For those of you that are just landing here and you have many questions about how to start social media marketing. Now, if you're a new or existing business owner, my company, Anthony Scott Digital, we've helped multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses how to start social media marketing for your brand or business. First of all, what the okay? That's how exactly I felt when I was in college, not getting the absolute knowledge I needed, going in debt $50K, and learning a surface level skill set, only to start a business on my own and almost fucking go bankrupt, having to almost close my doors, having to lose multiple clients, embarrassment, borrowing money like crazy, to just now to where we help successful companies make money. We know it works, and if you want, you can go ahead and follow the funnel down to Anthony Scott Digital. We can help you there. But for everybody else who is just starting out, or you're a new or existing business owner, or you're a social media specialist, or you just want to sell out your services and you don't know where to start on social media, let's start with that marketing. So first of all, if you are working with another marketing company, the problem here is they might have sold you $25,000, let's say even for 6 months, but then they're going to put somebody who is doing their college internship at a surface level skill set with an action plan of steps they're supposed to follow, but not have any real proof of concept. So this can be a huge problem for businesses. And that's why they call into question marketing. They don't trust social media marketing. They don't know what to do when it comes to advertising, whether it's online or off. And they maybe start a campaign and they spend $1,000, $2,000, and then at the end of the day, they're like, well, we didn't get results. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. And that couldn't be a worst feeling. So to start your social media marketing, why don't you start off somewhere correct? To do it right, I like to start off in Photoshop. And then I also like to use places like Envato. This really helps streamline the workflow. And not only that, once I know where am I going to go with my business, let's start there. Okay, so if you're on Instagram, you better have Facebook. Facebook has literally become the new Yellow Pages, okay? And for anybody that remembers the Yellow Pages were everywhere. They were, I mean, at one point they were giving them out for free. They were in grocery stores and gas stations, and they might still be. But I'm just saying that is how Instagram and Facebook, they work together. And specifically, if you have a brand or business, you need to be on both, because here is why. Getting on Facebook and Instagram is good. Getting Business Suite on your phone, or getting into Business Suite or Meta on your Facebook business page will help you. Why? Your content scheduling will become so much easier for scheduling content, creating posts, creating stories, and you can schedule them all. And this is why I use the free tool, because paid tools still to this day, most of them, you can schedule your content out, but check it out. If you're the business owner and you're a one-man team, and let's say you're even a successful business owner, you don't have time because let's say you need to talk to your team, or you're on the phone, or you're in a sales convo, or you're in a meeting, right? What ends up happening is using third-party apps to schedule. What happens is it asks for a permission before it goes live at that time. If I am in a meeting at that time, my post doesn't go out, I don't reach my audience, and then I'm sitting there having to go through it and getting notifications. It's just too much bullshit. So I use Meta and link Facebook and Instagram. This will help any brand or business. So then that becomes to your posting habits. How is your posting habits? Okay. I like to share 80% business, 20% work and play. Now that does change from time to time. Work and play could be like what I had for lunch. I'm going out with the team, or I'm meeting with other businesses, right? It's a behind the scenes look, or it's a quick picture of this, or it's like just a part of how my day went, and I'm only sharing maybe 4 to 5 things to my story. I'm not overpacking people with stories, and on some of the stories, I'm hitting the sticker button, I'm adding questions, I'm adding polls, I'm figuring out what my audience likes, what they want to see more of, or I'm asking them if they actively need help as well. So that can really help you as far as when it goes to posting and everything else. So using Meta for Facebook and Instagram is absolutely a good part of your strategy, not using a third-party app. However, you do need to decide your content pillars. And this is literally like, what type of content are you going to post? I like to do stuff like this: educational, inspirational, and that of course could be your motivational. It's kind of almost the same. And then obviously down to, you want to have your sales, but then what is your one post that's going to help you be different and win more? And you can do this by looking at other competitors' content. You can look at what other people, not even your competitors, are doing that you find unique, that you could make it your own for your brand or business, right? And this could be some type of video testimonial before and afters. This could be any type of content that is original. You could just pick up your phone and go live and talk about something random, but leave it pertaining to your business, whether it's educational, inspirational, or be different with more, and just any type of content pillar like that, just for starters, okay? So deciding where you're gonna be on social media, using, if you are gonna do Facebook and Instagram, and I'm just saying there's so many platforms, but not to go broad at first, but to just dial into one or two for starters. And then have your posts on there, post about your successes, and really dive in to, like I said, if you're going to do Instagram, do Facebook. Okay, it absolutely makes sense. That is another great part of your strategy. Now, like I said, you're using content creation tools like Photoshop. You're using a paid program as well as Envato, right? Or Canva, right? These are just other options you have, but this is why I like to use a paid program like Envato when I come to posting templates or really high-end looks, because I really want something that is not on a reusable template that I've seen on 20 other health coaches stories that I don't care about. I'm trying to be unique. I'm trying to be different. So yes, I will pay the $16 a month for myself, for my clients. I'll offload the cost of that to my clients. But to use these tips to really make a nice social media strategy and to get started, how are you going to start? So practice with your camera. So when it comes to practicing with your camera, 1, practice on people. 2, practice on products. And 3, practice on structure photography and maybe even your sky replacements, okay? Now, that can be as simple as looking up a simple Photoshop editing, getting good at that, portrait editing, headshot editing, whatever, a little bit of a difference there. However, just to practice the use of the tools that come with the social media marketing, that's exactly powerful, and it's part of a strong strategy. And my next tip for you guys, after you do get scaled up and you get your content linked, you're using Meta, you're either going in on desktop or going in from your phone on Meta or Business Suite, whatever you prefer to use, and you schedule your content out ahead of time. Oh my God, I can't say this enough. And this is the consistency part of the routine that nobody has down for their habits. Everybody uses social media, but they don't use it consistently, and they don't use it consistently for their business. So yes, this habit has to be ingrained and taught to you, all right? Now, I consistently help other businesses and even their professionals get better just by doing accountability. And that's just one part of what I do through Anthony Scott Digital. And another part of what I do with helping training more, making this training available to you online, but it has not come to 110% fruition. However, I have helped multiple successful businesses literally do the steps that they know they need to take, but sometimes it's a little bit of hand-holding. But if you can learn this yourself, you're disciplined and you already have a planner, a routine or something that you write down, or you schedule stuff in your phone, put that down as your content creation so you can sit there and you can create content for maybe a couple hours in the evening, and then you'll have content consistently for 30 to 60 days, depending on how good you get at it. Because there comes a level of, like I said, when you practice, you get better, you get faster, you see what works, you see what don't. And if you're taking my tips and you do go to Photoshop, you literally can go to the Adobe Creative Cloud and get like a student membership. So, oh my gosh, like while I was in college, I was getting it for $19.99. Now, when I graduated, I started teaching and helping other people. I'm able to then get the Creative Cloud cheaper because I am now teaching, or I'm using it for courses and I'm teaching people, and you can get the whole Creative Suite cheaper. And once you get a little bit better into this, it's going to look like maybe Adobe Premiere Pro, maybe you want to use After Effects, but these are all Adobe Creative Cloud, and they have all their training right in their own suite. So being consistent and sitting down and creating a bunch of content and scheduling out for 30 days minimum will literally alleviate that extra time you're going to look at your screen, or that thought process in the head where you're like, oh, well, now I got to go sit down and create something. I don't know what to create. So in turn, you blow 2 hours out of your morning energy, which really I like to use to dial into the details for my business. You know, I like to get right to it as quick as possible. And that could be another part of your healthy routine, is right when you get up. If this is all you do for your business, or on the days you do work your business, do that first as much as possible. Whatever you got to do, get it done, but get to your business as quick as possible. And literally you'll start forming a habit and a routine after literally 2 weeks. And as far as that, like if you've practiced your camera, you learn how to post consistently. So instead of posting, you're teaching yourself how to post through Meta, and you're scheduling your content. You're not paying for a third-party platform. You're literally using it, and when it's scheduled and it says it's going to go, it goes. It doesn't ask you for a third-party permission. So if you're tied down on anything, your content still goes out. Your message is all out to your audience and nothing is missed, and it's just part of a winning strategy when it comes to social media marketing. Now, those are just a few tips, and I feel like a couple tools that you could really use. I really love the Sony a7 III. Now, this is not really a purchasing friendly camera. I do love it because of its video and photo capabilities. And I do love using like ring lights. I do like using like these neons for backdrops. I mean, oh, you name it. However, what you just need to start is literally you could start using your camera phone. Because I mean, my goodness, if you're just posting for your business, you don't need a $2,000 camera body like mine and then all these expensive lenses. You don't need to go that hard, okay? You really don't need to do that. You can start with just your phone, and oh my goodness, you will be amazed at the results. Once you start getting into this habit, you start posting ahead of time, you've listened, you've linked your Facebook and your Instagram, and you've learned Meta, and now instead of posting just on the go, you're thinking about your content pillars, and you're posting for your audience, you're posting to get new sales, and now you're at the point where you almost need to learn some new paid advertising and some ways to get outside of your network. And I mean, when it comes to that, I'll be releasing more content for that. But guys, for now, for all the social media marketing tips and techniques, you need to go from basic to boss, and this will help you or any business, literally just for starters. Use these tips for your brand or business and go out there and dominate.